All right, let's get this going.
You see the last Shark thing, by the way?
Huh?
The last Shark thing
No.
for Marlu's thing?
Oh, I didn't know. That's the one I definitely didn't get to see.
Yeah. I mean, it lost in overtime. I mean, it was against the Knights. I mean, I don't blame him. But
Hello and welcome to a podcast with no name yet, episode 52.
sure.
I am your host, this week, Ricky, along with my co-owner at the bottom, Manny, and all that stuff. We are still getting used to the whole top bottom thing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Third episode already, and we're
Yeah,
still
confused.
trying to figure that out and all that stuff and everything. Manny, how you been?
Good, good. Been chilling. Um, kind of mad with this whole thing that we're gonna get into later on in the episode. But other than that, it's been good.
I think
Um,
I think that's probably gonna be the first thing we talk about because it's a big topic
oh,
and
yeah,
everything,
yeah,
and I kind of want to get it. I don't want to necessarily get it out the way, but more something like it should be talked about right now for us and all that stuff
yeah, yeah.
and everything. But I
Um,
continue.
but then I kind of woke up to some semi good news. I turned on the news. Kind of rhyme. Get it? Um, so it's been a little bit better. Just been playing, the game of life. Yeah. Um, yeah. No,
Got
how
that?
you been? Though?
You got that
You
right. You got that right. Playing the game of life. We're trying to
yeah. Just
yeah
going through this world day by day.
living the life. It's been a I don't want to say crazy 48 hours and all that stuff. Um, as we know, we're recording this on a Tuesday, and all that stuff and everything, but it's been a little crazy. Interesting stuff that's been happening the last couple days coming up, and a lot of things that we know about and all that stuff. But for those who don't know, you can catch the podcast here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. The audio stuff, I think we're some episodes behind on that, and I need to double check that stuff. But if you haven't been noticing that there's no audio versions, that's because a lot of stuff has been happening, and I'm trying to get the YouTube getting the YouTube version out is a hassle in itself and all that stuff. But hopefully, if the audio version is not on Wednesday, hopefully by the weekend we'll have something, and then the flow will come back again and everything like that. But anyways, we're gonna get into our first topic, and it's gonna be a big topic. Kind of, sorta. If you're it depends really on
Football fan.
what kind of football fan you are, really.
I mean, this is
Like,
this
cause
is Premier League that we're talking about, though.
this is just
Anybody that actually watches football knows about Premier
this is
League.
more.
And just watches.
But in all honesty, this is
Yeah.
just more than just the Premier League itself and everything like that.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And then for those who don't know what we're talking about, and if you're not into football, yes, we're calling soccer football because that's the proper name for it and all that stuff. Especially in Europe. Okay, so we're paying respects to the Europeans.
And we're both Hispanic.
We're paying.
I mean, you are. You're enough. You're enough.
Mexican. I'm not Spaniard, man. I don't know if I'm Spaniard descent. Okay?
I said Hispanic, not Spaniard.
Well, how is that related to Europe then?
No, it's not. I say football.
I get it now.
Like,
I see. What? This is how you know I don't care how much on a football standpoint of what countries I care about the most on their in that sport.
I was like, wait a minute. Hold up.
And all that stuff. That's how much I think about it and all that stuff. No disrespect to the Spanish leagues and all that stuff. It's just Europeans.
You got La Liga, you got La Liga MX.
And I mean, like I say, European football.
I mean, FC Barcelona, they're La Liga. You know about Real Madrid.
Yeah, Spain.
Yeah, kind of.
It's Spain.
It's La Liga.
That's Spaniards. Those are Spaniards.
Yeah. You. That's half of the Mexicans.
You refer. That's not. I don't know. I don't know if that counts. I don't know. I don't know. It's the whole thing. Okay, that's a whole history lesson I do not want to get into, and everything like that. I love
history, so
but anyways, I'm not saying that I don't like it. I'm just saying it's something I don't want to get into. And all that stuff. And all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to what we're talking about and all that stuff.
Yeah.
European football and everything, because
Correct.
we're paying respect because we respect the Europeans, and everything. I don't know about Manny, but
I
I'm just
mean,
saying I don't know about Manny
I
because he got
know
quiet on that.
I
He got
respect
quiet about
everybody.
he got quiet about that.
I
I was like,
respect
I know I
everybody.
did.
I respect everybody
And all
unless
that
like
stuff.
they like
But
they
as
do
of
me wrong. I don't care.
Sunday, there's been rumors, ramblings, and all this other nice stuff about the what was called the European Super League and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was officially talked about Sunday night here in America, and everything. And so far, from what we've known so far, let me get my notes up and everything like that. It
Oh,
is the European Super League was going to be a contest of 20 teams with 15 already decided from different European leagues. 6 of them from the English league, the English Premier League, 3 from La Liga in Spain, and then 3 from Series A in Italy, and all that stuff. And then there'll be another 5 teams that will be qualification spots with those and all that stuff. So and everything. So there's some kind of promotion relegation stuff to it in a way, and all that stuff. I out of the 6 teams in the Premier League that were talked about, you had Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, and Tottenham Spur. The La Liga teams will be Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. And the Series A teams are AC Milan, Juventus, and Inter Milan, particularly from those ones and everything. There were 2 teams that were rumored to be in it, but have officially declined the league. That is Bayern Munich, from one of the German leagues, and the reigning UEFA Champions League champions in last from 2020, and the runner up, which is Paris Saint-Germain, which is the French team, and all that stuff. They have declined to join the league. There were talks of some other ones, but as of officially now, it is actually dead to ground and all that stuff. It's officially not looks like it's not becoming more of a thing. As since of today of this recording, it went like this. Chelsea and Man City were already talking in plans of withdrawing from the league. Manchester United's chairman Ed Woodward had resigned from the team. Barcelona. There was an article on SB Nation that saying Barcelona is not gonna join unless members approve of the new league. Um, Atletico Madrid was also rumored, and then as of most recently, it is now stated that almost all the Premier League teams outside of one, two, three, four, five, six. No, yeah, all Premier League teams are planning to pull out from the European League and all that stuff. So, and it looks like more other teams and all that stuff. So this looks like it's already dead on the ground.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So as I think out of anything in sports, I think this is the one that I've most like dedicated of wanting to know more about and everything like that. Because European
Like
foot
how to play or
no,
the
of everything in general of and everything like that.
oh okay.
Of just what it's about, what was coming from it, and all that stuff. Were there upsides to it? There was definitely a lot of downsides to it and everything like that. Hearing from other people and all that stuff, and all that stuff, more particularly from the European side and all that stuff, from who they say nobody liked this thing, and all at all. Nobody did, and all that stuff. And as an American who um less I get does watch soccer to some point, but understands the game and all that stuff, and does though because European football is like, especially in the West Coast, is early in the morning and all that stuff
Yeah.
for us. Tries his best to watch it, but if not, that's fine. He'll try to do. He always I always try my best to do it. After reading everything, after learning everything about this and everything like that, learning more about just European soccer and European football in general of how they do their leagues and all that stuff, this is the most dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life
Yeah, definitely.
and all that
Definitely.
stuff. And just the fact of what was based off of what was there, and I'll say it myself as someone and myself. I don't want to see Barcelona versus Manchester United every single goddamn week, once a year,
I don't think anybody does.
and all that stuff. There was no there. No, I do not want to see that.
unless you're like just I guess if you're like an American that doesn't watch soccer and like knows these high college things, I guess maybe there's a shot.
There, yeah,
But
but
then at that point, like
at,
after a while, it's gonna get even for them, it's just gonna be like this is bull.
it's like
Like I want to see somebody
it's
else.
like watching the Patriots and the Colts when it was Brady versus Brady versus Manning every single year in the regular season.
Yeah,
That gets tiring in itself because that's a possible two times of seeing them and all that stuff and everything.
yeah,
That gets tiring. Hell, I'm a Warriors fan. I was starting to get tired of seeing them making the finals every single year and all that stuff
yeah, me too.
and everything. Of course you did. Of course, almost everybody did and all that stuff and everything like that. I got 3 titles out of that. I'm happy. 2, actually. No, 3.
Was it two or was it three?
I think it's
Was it
3.
three?
I want to say 3. I could. I'm probably lying out of my ass right now about that
Bandwagon? No.
and all that stuff and all that stuff. Well, it was a good. It was those were good times and all that stuff, and
It was a good run.
it
Yeah,
was a good run and all say, and I enjoyed every bit of it and all that stuff. I do think it's 3 though, because I think we went 5 straight. We lost twice and all that stuff because I do remember those. So yeah, 3 out of the 5 years, the 5 years we went. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you won 3 out of those 5 years and all that stuff. 5 straight. Lost to the Cavaliers and the Raptors.
Didn't the Giants almost kind of did it, right? Wasn't it like one year they won, then they lost, and then they won, then they lost?
The Giants.
Yeah, didn't they have like a 3 win in 5 years, something like that?
Are we talking about the baseball team Giants?
Yeah, yeah, no, not
Okay.
not New York.
No, the thing with the Giants, it was like it was a good run where they won on even years. Oh, so it's like one year they did.
Yeah,
No, one year they would be in the
yeah,
World Series and win it in an even year, but in the odd year there was a chance like they would probably either make playoffs but not the World Series.
yeah. Wasn't it like didn't they win like 3 and 5 years, right?
Something like that.
I think, or 3 and 4
Yeah, because
it
like
would be.
it was like 3 and 5 years, but they didn't make the World Series though in those straight
They-
5 years straight, those 5 years straight.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Okay.
That's the one thing about it. How unlike the Warriors, they went to the finals 5 years
Yeah.
straight, but won 3 out of those 5, and then one of them was back to back.
Yeah.
Right? Why do I feel like I'm saying that wrong? I feel stupid. I feel
You
bad.
might be.
And all that stuff. Oh
might
my
be.
gosh, I hate myself sometimes. And
You're
all
getting
that
called
stuff.
out.
I am definitely gonna get called out.
No,
yeah, back to- No, yeah, we won in 2015, 2017, 2018. I don't know, so I got it. I'm about to like freak. I'm about to like worry my own self about that and everything.
I damn well couldn't call you out.
Yeah, no, that's right. I remember now. I remember that correctly now because that was the first year we won. That was when I started. That was when my first year to E3. Second year, yeah, I remember now. I remember now. Got it. And everything. But anyways, back to football.
Yeah, yeah.
And all
It
that
would
stuff.
get boring. It'd get monotonous, and it would just be.
It would make no sense, and this is why it's why there's the Champions League itself and everything like that to see these kind of matchups and everything like that. We already have that
Yeah.
there and all that stuff already. It's like, what's the point of breaking off from something that's already established and all that stuff, and then doing something on your own, which is not even traditional European football. This is more of what we see here in America with the NBA
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Total permanent franchise slots and all that stuff and everything. Though you have a 5-team qualifying spot thing in there. That's not traditional European football and all that stuff. At the end of the it is what it is at the end of the day, and everyone else has been saying it. It's money and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's purely money.
It's purely money. Because
yeah.
the crazy part about this, from learning more about this, like out of the 15 teams, 1, 2, 3, like a couple more, like 5 of them are not even like owned by like either American, Russian, or Chinese owners and all that
Correct,
stuff.
yeah.
These are not tradition.
They have no personal views on what it's like
Yeah,
for the fans over there, or what the community is like, or what the
it's
society of
it's not
the
like
football fans are like.
these are not like what you would like a traditional Englishman owner or someone like that that does respect the legacies of not
Yeah,
just what of winning and all that stuff, but what that team does for that area, that community and all that stuff for that local area.
yeah. That'd be like a French dude owning an American baseball team. Like,
Nothing wrong with that and all that stuff,
no, nothing wrong with it, but like he doesn't really know
but he doesn't. Yeah,
that surrounding. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it, but
like
like
here's
it's just you don't know the actual
the thing is,
fan base and
it's
community
better
that lives in.
it's better for a non-American to own an American franchise than it is for a non-English person
That's kind of true.
to
That's kind of true.
own a one of the teams in Premier
Football
League at
team,
least and
football
all that
club.
stuff. Yeah, football club or even like in the other leagues. Well, though they're not, the other ones don't have a non
Yeah.
Italian, no, except for Inter Milan. Their owner's Chinese. It's a Chinese group
Oh, okay.
and
That's
all
what's
that,
up.
and everything, and everything. But that makes the first and the first part I said makes more sense to do than the other way around and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, once you own the thing about the club, an English club, yeah, Premier League in particular, because this is more, I think, I I want to say is more popular out of the three leagues from that's in within
Yeah,
this European one. I want to say,
that's correct.
um, and all that stuff is like,
Especially in here, over here.
yeah, and see, and that's the other thing about this too. It is mostly the English teams that are here. It's like you look at this league, it's like, yeah, it's mostly the English teams, but and then because like and the only reason the other ones are on here is because of the popularity of who they are and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And it's just like I don't get that and everything like that. It's like, why would you do something like this? Why would you break
Yeah.
something that's worked? And it's I think that learning more about it of how it work, how their leagues work, all that stuff, and just a club in general, um sounds so much, it sounds like a working machine. It's just like, again, it all comes to money and all that stuff. And it's like, because they have a parent, like how their revenue sharing works and all that stuff is just okay, this makes sense and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For the fact that it's like, and then of course doing their whole promotion relegation stuff and all that stuff is a pretty awesome, is cool also and all that stuff. I mean, I've always known of it, but I've never known of how it actually works and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's like for the Premier League in general, it's like you have the Premier League, you have like three other leagues below it, and all that stuff. If you are in those lower ones, you have a chance to get promoted to the next one, and all that stuff,
That's cool.
and everything like
And you
that,
can rise to the ranks.
and then rise to the ranks and all that stuff. And then if you end up in the Premier League, that gives you a better chance to end up being in the Champions League, and for that
Correct.
stuff. And I'm just like, this makes sense. This is so much sense. Like literally, it's like literally makes sense. Like, yeah, if you have I don't remember the lowest league in Premier that starts there, does really well, gets promoted to the next league, gets promoted to the next league and all that stuff. Now ends up in the big time and all that stuff, and says like, and then goes against the opportunity of fighting going against Manchester United, Arsenal and all that stuff, and then actually probably winning and all that stuff. That's like Cinderella stories right there and all that stuff. That's
Yeah.
that's opportunity. That's like the coolest thing I ever heard and all that stuff. That's like comparing that. That's like comparing that to March Madness here in America, in a way,
Yeah. Basically.
and all that stuff. Without the promotion and relegation stuff, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No,
And and then also, but it's like, but also with the fact of it's like even though you're probably not a winning team and all that stuff, you're still getting a good share, and how that helps you is just also just it works with your grassroots and all that stuff. From like because there's like one club just has like a ton of other stuff below it and all that stuff. It's totally different from here. It's like there's no minor league system, there's no collegiate system and all that stuff. I mean, and everything like that. It's like there's a team that they can start where they can grow their players.
Kind of.
I think like the lower stuff is like they're like their minor league system in a way, but it's totally different.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to compare because it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, that's just like if for some reason our ECHL team, the Thunder, did so good, we became an AHL team, became,
Hey, thinking about that
which
now,
is kind of what we did,
that would be
but
so
we didn't keep
cool.
name. We didn't keep the name or anything. Like we
But it
did
wasn't.
rise as a city, but we didn't keep names or anything. And that was more of like a corporate buyout. That
And
wasn't really like,
yeah, that's not a promotion relegation kind of thing.
yeah,
Thinking about that now though, that would be so cool. Just in the minor league system though, within the
yeah.
minor league system, that would be so cool.
Well, I can even imagine like, I don't know, that'd be kind of hard to do as professional league over here.
If you do it
Because of
like
like
pro
what we have.
our actual like our major leagues, like it's harder. But
Yeah,
I can see it within our minor league system because there's so many
yeah,
teams and all that stuff, and they're
yeah,
all they are baseball in particularly has it all
yeah. Baseball has like AAA, double A, right?
single A, advance A, and everything like that. They
Yeah,
have like
they have a
and of
crap
course
ton of different levels.
yeah, and then of course it's the same thing within hockey because you have the AHL, the ECHL, and everything, and like, I think another one if I remember correctly.
No, you have collegiate, you have ECHL, AHL, and then NHL.
Well, I'm not well outside of collegiate, just more of the minor league system
Oh,
itself.
then just ECHL, NHL, and then, I mean ECHL, AHL, ECHL, AHL, NHL.
Yeah,
Couldn't say.
yeah, outside of like if you yeah, so just more of the minor league system itself, yeah. And then with
Yeah,
soccer here in America, we do have MLS, then we do which is the main stuff, and then we have the USL, which is pretty much our quote unquote minor league system and all stuff. And we do have another one, I don't remember correctly. I can see that would work well for soccer on the soccer side at
yeah,
least here in America and all that stuff because it's like I rather have that because like they're all MLS is all franchise spots, but there's no relegation at all with it. Though it's
yeah,
like the US USL has a ton of teams and they're all in different
yeah,
divisions and all that stuff. Though some of them are more some of them do have like some of them have minor spots from MLS teams and everything, but we have a ton of other teams also here that's like from different cities and all that stuff that would make sense to do a relegation at least and all that stuff. But
yeah.
it ain't gonna happen though.
Well, I mean, Republic might get theirs done.
That's not gonna that's not gonna happen.
I think it's gonna happen.
You do know the main guy backed out, right?
Yeah, but I think that city has enough to end up doing it
It
somehow.
it's it
It's somehow going to end up happening. That I, yeah, that's gonna happen
I hope so.
somehow. I don't know when, but it is gonna happen.
I hope so.
Like
I
that
really
thing's gonna
do.
happen.
I
We're gonna
really
find a
do.
way.
Because if they don't, that slot's gonna be given up to somebody else, to another city.
Yeah,
That's what's gonna suck about it. And also, and then like there's also talks about we're getting off topic about it and all that stuff, but it's like they're planning on getting a women's team in there, and I'm like, boy, just
yeah,
worry about MLS right now
yeah,
and all that
yeah.
stuff. Like this is why we're having issues. Like you're doing more
Well,
than you should.
uh,
I mean,
women's soccer in the U.S. has
it's
jumped up because
growing.
of the
It is
Olympics and
growing.
stuff.
It
Yeah,
is
especially
growing.
because the
It
Olympics.
if it helps, but that's the thing though. It's like you would have. I don't. I think that's a different ownership group entirely though. I think
I think, yeah,
and all
but
that
the
stuff.
interest within people is what I'm saying is
Yeah,
definitely growing. So I
yeah.
mean, I understand why
I
they would
understand
do
what.
it,
Yeah, but it's like
but
you would. I think the best thing to do that is like if they're gonna try to push that also, you might as well make that a combo with the
yeah,
MLS and the women's thing, and then all that stuff. But anyways, that's neither here or there and all that stuff right now. It's more about
yeah,
the European, the Super League and all that stuff. Why it's so stupid and everything like that. It's I don't understand. For now now though we do know that it's mostly the English teams now that are backing out from this and all that stuff because I hope it's just more of the fact that they're realizing it's because it is like I said all those the six English ones do have ownerships that are not accustomed to this stuff of how English football works. And I hope that's just them realizing like for the fact that it's like okay maybe we screwed up on this and everything like that because like here was the thing if this would have went through this would have been its own thing itself. This all the
Yeah.
particularly for the Premier League teams, they would have been kicked out of the Premier League. They would have been kicked out of UEFA, including FIFA itself. None of any players that did participate in this league were not going to be
Would not
able
be allowed to
to
serve
do
international.
the World Cup or anything like that. And I was like, what the hell? Like that would have been so bad and a
Yeah.
bad look on everything and also just with European soccer, European football in general. And it's not just everything else. And then like there probably would have been like hurt side effects of like what happens to these other teams in in the Premier League and the
Oh,
other leagues.
definitely. It would have definitely hurt their growth as well.
Yeah. And it was
It
just
would
like
definitely hurt that.
it would have been so horrible and so like and I was like
Yeah.
for me it was like I definitely don't want that and all that stuff. And this is coming from and I'm an American that deals with the NBA, the NFL, and also how these leagues are run and all that stuff. And then for me to say that that just says a lot right there and all that stuff. That is like I don't think this is a good idea. This is stupid and all that stuff. You're not properly doing you're not treating European football correctly and all that stuff because
Yeah.
it's a whole different thing. You can do that here in America, in all honesty, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But no,
I mean, they've tried it. I mean, XFL was a bust. But I mean, double bust, I should say.
it is what it is. I mean, Manny, like I know I've been saying my stuff about this, and we've gone off topic a couple times and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What is your overall thing about this and everything like that?
I personally thought it was stupid. They did it clearly, like with no really. It feels like they didn't even give the players a say in it. 'Cause I know a lot of the players weren't happy with the decision.
Oh, a lot of like
A lot of the fans weren't happy. Obviously, the city wasn't happy. It it it's clearly just it's just a money grab, which really sucks to see that in a sport such as English football, I should say, because it's very much a community thing,
mm,
and it feels kind of like a big middle finger to those how do I
to the fan base,
social group, not social group, the fan base. There you go. I couldn't
to
find
the
the word.
fans.
The
It's
fan
the
bases
supporter
that
group, the
help build
supporters. I
these
think that's
clubs
the
up.
particular.
Yeah, to the fan base that like built these clubs up to what they are now. Like it, and it's sad, but I mean, luckily, like some teams are trying to opt out. Like Chelsea confirmed, Man City's confirmed.
Yeah.
So it's good that some teams are kind of, I guess, seeing it, or maybe because of the backlash. I'm not sure,
Well, then again,
but
I think also, well, no, Chelsea's owned by owner is Russian, is a Russian owner. I don't know much about Man City because I was doing research on this in particularly because like a lot of analysts from the Europeans on the European side of things and all that stuff, like on all that stuff, we're talking about how like most of these owners are like non English owners and all that stuff, particularly in the Premier League. They're from
yeah,
either from America, some other countries, and all that stuff. So I was like, I wanted to do I did some digging and all that stuff to like know more about which ones were. Particular, because Arsenal is an American owner. It's actually Steve Kroenke. He's the owner of the Rams, the Nuggets here in America and everything like that. Um, wait, was it
so
Arsenal?
Arsenal's his only good team. That's what
No.
you're saying.
So here's like,
No.
here's the other like, so here's some I did some more research. So the thing is like, it's supposed to be like these 12 best teams in Europe and all that stuff and everything like that. The thing is
Yeah,
about that from more I've learning from the analyst the analyst on Sky Sports. It's out in the UK and all that stuff. Um and because they have like a YouTube channel and I was watching it all on
yeah.
YouTube. Um though these teams are popular to like a historical aspect and I guess you could
They're not the best.
they're not
Yeah,
the best. They haven't
yeah.
in recent time. Like here's the
Manchester
go.
United hasn't been the same,
Here's
like at all.
so here's the thing.
Like you got, yeah,
Here's what I found. Arsenal last time uh their last premier title was in 2004. In Champions League they got runners up in 1994. Uh I forgot their last win though. I only did like wins or what the most recent stuff
yeah,
was. Chelsea most recent Premier League win was in 2017. Champions League was 2012. Liverpool, they are more recent. 2019 for
yeah,
the Champions League, 20 last year for the Premier League. Man City, all more recent in the Premier League, they won it in 2019. Never won a Champions League at all.
Yeah.
Manchester United, 2008 for Champions League, 2013 for Premier League, and then Tottenham, oh, never won a Champions League. Their last Premier League win was in 1961, and that was before it was called the Premier League too,
Yeah.
and everything. That's for the English teams in particularly. And also, I also did the other ones. Atletico Madrid, 2014 for La Liga. They had 2016 runners up for Champions League. Real Madrid, 2018 winners in the Champions League. They won La Liga last year, at least. For Barcelona, 2015 for the Champions League. 2019 for La Liga. And then for the Series A, AC Milan, 2007 for the Champions League. 2011 for winning their domestic Series A. Juventus was 1996 in the Champions League, 2020 last year for domestic and Series A. Inter Milan 2010, and I forgot the year for Series A. Oh well, and all that stuff. But yeah,
I don't watch the music.
and all that stuff.
Um,
But that right there is
Yeah.
like tells you a lot right there. It's like
yeah.
they haven't won
What
anything
gives you the
recent.
right to call yourselves the super and the best?
Super and the best. When you
Yeah, all
haven't won,
these-
when you
yeah.
have in the last 10 years, you've barely won anything, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And everything.
Yeah.
And then last year,
Yeah.
and then like last for Champions League, it was a German team that won it.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And the runner up was a French team, and they're not even that before
Yeah.
before the other teams decided to pull out today. They have already made the decision of not joining this league and all that stuff because they believe the Champions League is better. Though yes, the champion we have been hearing they're also talking about how the Champions League is not perfect right now in itself, and there was also a confirmation. There was supposed to be approval to expand the Champions League more and all that stuff. I may get the numbers wrong. I think it was supposed to be like 34 to 36 teams. Each team would play 10 games each and all that stuff, home and away and all that stuff. And there was probably some more stuff that I can't remember. That's the other thing though too, travel and all that stuff with the Super League. Who in their right mind is going to go from Arsenal plays to travel all the way to Real Madrid and all that stuff? And that's the same way back for the fans in particularly and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Like,
It's nearly.
are they gonna want to do this and
No,
everything
it's
like
not
that?
impossible.
It's not impossible, but it's
Yeah.
still and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's not like here. It's not like here in America where it's like you are actually capable of actually getting a plane ticket to freaking Dallas to watch the Warriors play the Mavericks and all that stuff and everything like that. And everything. It's not like
We
it's
still gonna do that?
no, we're not gonna do that. You saw those ticket prices?
Come on. I want to see a Mavericks home game.
Oh my gosh. Side story.
I want to see the
Side
Mavericks play home.
side story. So NBA's opening up now finally and everything like that. I showed Manny ticket prices to the next Warriors home game where it opens to fans, and it's against the Mavericks apparently. Highest seating was 129 per seat,
Yeah,
and that's before fees too.
yeah. I said we just go see a Dallas home game.
I'm not.
But, you know,
We're not traveling to Dallas and all that stuff. Okay.
we can go see a Longhorns game. We can go see a Cowboys game. We
I
can go see the
gotta.
Mavericks.
I'm probably gonna have to take a COVID test and everything like that to make that happen and everything. But anyways, again, sidetracked. And we're like literally like over time on this topic in particular, but it's like
Yeah, it's a big topic.
it's a really big topic and all that stuff, and it's like something that I think we should like. I think for me and Manny, we're soccer. I am a football fan. I don't watch it though as much as I should and all that stuff, but I am a fan of it because I do enjoy the game when I do watch it. I love the opportunity. I love European football for the fact of what they do because they have separate league. They're all in these separate leagues in themselves and all that stuff. And when it comes to the Champions League, that's the opportunity of seeing these rare matchups and all that stuff and everything like
Yeah.
the chance of seeing like Manchester United if they ever do well again and all that stuff and against the Barcelona or AC Milan and all that stuff and everything like that and like the best of England versus the best of freaking France and all that stuff. I mean, not France, Italy
Yeah.
for AC Milan in particularly and all that stuff. That's the stuff I like and all that stuff. Like that stuff is cool and everything like that. It's not like here in America where it's like you're gonna play a team twice. I'm going to American football on this. You play them twice a year. You play within your own division. Then you play another team once and all that stuff. And then you play someone every 4 years and all that stuff. But you have the chance of going against your division opponent in the playoffs for a third time and all that stuff. And it's just like, I get it. Like there's storylines into it itself, but if there's a chance, but the thing is about that, there's a chance that you're gonna have to see that almost every single year
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And that's the sucky part about it, and all that stuff. And am I dissing on football, American football, a little bit,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I still
to
watch
be
it.
honest though, they can replace some teams. Like, just get the Browns out. Like, get them.
Get
You
add in promotion and regulation in the NFL, and then let's see how I feel.
yeah.
Add that in and all that stuff. Like this is what it is. The AFC and the NFC. The AFC is like, and all that stuff is the nice league. The NFC is when you get regulated and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, if I was an NFL owner of the NFL, I'll just move Cleveland to Nevada and get them out of there. Just completely rebrand the
Wait,
team. Just
where would you
reset the team.
have him in Nevada? Vegas is already taken.
Oh yeah, you're right, huh? Iowa. Iowa needs a team.
Does it really?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Iowa's a big state. Move them to Canada. Make a Canada team. I don't know.
Dude,
get the Browns out of here.
Buffalo's the closest thing to a Canadian team.
Move them to
Mexico.
Alberta.
Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico has a fan base, but I mean, where are you gonna put them? That's the thing.
Mexico City.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like stadium wise, they're going to build a stadium.
Don't they have a stadium in Mexico City? Where's
Yeah, but like it's built for soccer.
If they're like, in all honesty, both the league and Mexico would make that happen to make that adjust to football.
Nice.
And all that and everything. They would make that adjustment for it.
What do you think they would be named if they went to Mexico?
And all that stuff. I have no idea. Okay, let's finish. Because I think we're gonna offshoot this topic into something else, but I want to end on end with the European stuff. And as I said twice already, it already looks like this thing is dead with mostly all the English teams pulling out now and all that stuff.
I mean, not yet.
It's not official yet. It's not official.
Yeah, there's only two confirmed. There's two confirmed right now.
Yeah, so it's like as of so far, it looks like more and more. It's like it's not gonna happen. Though I ask you this: if this did happen, this one fit like it got approved and everything, would you watch?
No.
Okay. Do you if this did get approved, do you think they would try to play nice with UEFA and FIFA and trying to make this work?
I think they would try to. I don't think it'd work. I mean, kind of it's after the statements I've seen from UEFA and Premier League and FIFA, it's not really looking like they were too happy. Maybe years in the future, if this came into a thing, maybe that's not really like a guarantee. But I think it'd be a really long time before anything even happened between that.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay. So to branch off this topic and all that stuff, because I like the ending of where we were going with this in a way. So coming back to America with all our leagues and all that, with our current leagues and all that stuff, there has always been these talks of expanding the leagues outside of the states and everything.
Yeah, wasn't Jacksonville going to go to like England or something?
So there was a rumor of that happening, of them going to England and having an English team there. Though there's a lot of freaking logistic stuff to make that work, to even make that even a possibility.
Imagine the travel.
Oh my god! Like it's bad enough for the teams to travel there once a year and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
And then you're now trying to have to make them like, depending on where they are in the Division 2.
To the point where if you have for like a NFL European League or something like that, and then every now and then. Really?
There used to be an NFL league in Europe. It was like NFL Europa, I think they called it, and all that stuff and everything. It was supposed to be technically like their minor league system in a way,
Oh,
Only one
that's
good.
right.
If I remember correctly, the only player that I know of that came out of that was Kurt Warner,
Oh wow.
or was
Really?
it? Yeah, there probably someone else, but I could be wrong, and I could be mistaken on that.
Wow. That's
And also,
crazy.
but then they defunct it.
I mean, but yeah, but then like instead of doing a minor league system for some reason, I mean, I mean, the England games do really good.
Yeah,
Like, you're not gonna overthrow soccer. That's not gonna
but
happen.
that's yeah. See, that's the thing.
But
Like,
like, you can still be a really good
I don't. I think
sports league over there.
I think just having the one offs and all that stuff is best enough. Like bringing a team, putting a team in an actual team in Europe, whether it be in England, Spain, or France or anywhere in there, it doesn't make sense and all that stuff.
It doesn't make sense for a team, but like a league, it does. I
Well,
mean, it'd be a hell of a lot of money, but like,
it even a league in itself, because like if and especially if it's run under the NFL itself, like you would have to like you can't like honestly like putting an American football league within Europe is gonna die in a quickness, in my opinion.
uh,
You're putting American football against European football and everything,
yeah,
and that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna work.
yeah. Because I feel like if they did, they would try to sell it like the best sport in the world, something like that.
See,
Like when clearly that would not fly. I feel like if they did it like anything else, their hockey leagues, their rugby leagues, it'd be perfectly fine. But I feel like for some reason they would promote it as like the best sport in the world. You know what I mean? And try to like market it like that, and that wouldn't be.
and that's
That
why it's
wouldn't
like, and that's why I think
be.
American football in particularly can never be a worldwide sport.
Yeah,
As people will probably, if people disagree with me, that's totally fine. But I literally can't see that and all that stuff
yeah.
and everything, because like if when you try to branch, like you can branches out to other countries and all that stuff, but that's the thing, you can't branch. I think and again, how I said it, the one offs of sending two teams to those countries, whether it be in England, whether it be in Mexico and everything like that, even Canada. No wait, Canada's a probably, I think
And the CFL does pretty good.
there. Oh yeah, that is right. There's the CFL. See and I see that was the
Yeah,
one thing.
and that does relatively good.
Yeah,
I think that might be owned by NFL. I'm not sure.
I don't remember. But it's like that's the
I
thing.
don't know.
It's like it's hard. Like I think out of all the American leagues, it's harder to picture the NFL to have more teams outside of out of the states than it is with the other leagues and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like the other the other four leagues and all that stuff, I can see it happening. It's already existed. It's already there with on the Canada side, on the Canadian side, and all that stuff. With the NHL, with MLS, and then of course with NBA. Though I think they need another one. And all that stuff.
Canada has an NBA team. Oh yeah, Toronto. I
Yes.
was like,
Um,
what?
I don't the thing. Out of the other ones, out of all of them, it's like I can see uh MLB and probably even the NBA pulling a team, getting a franchise team in Mexico, in Mexico,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like I don't think hockey. I think hockey is gonna be hard to promote in Mexico.
Well, they had a national team a couple of years ago.
Hmm.
They built a national, or they made a national, and there was talks of actually getting their own league.
Interesting.
It was rumored. I think 4 or 5 teams
Hmm.
were rumored, and like they actually had like logos and like options made for like
Hmm.
those teams.
Hmm.
Supposedly, that's the last I've heard of it was like a couple of years ago. But
Interesting.
at one point, I know they were trying to get a league done in Mexico.
Oh,
But
interesting. 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 Yeah,
yeah,
it's like I can see it, like because like the thing is what's um even yeah, MLS can be an option too. Because but then there are these rumors where MLS
here's the
and
thing though. Would you want MLS? If you were in Mexico, would you rather look at La Liga MX or would you rather watch MLS?
well, duh. If you're in Mexico, it's of course it's La Liga MX.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like if MLS tries to go to Mexico, they're not. I mean,
But see,
they can't really
that's the
compete with La Liga.
but that's what I'm saying. That's the room. That's the rumor. That's the whole thing I've been hearing. They're actually planning on merging MLS and La Liga MX together into one
Really?
league and everything.
Alright.
And also,
I'd
but
like to see the
how it work.
games.
But I think how it's supposed to work is like you would have La Liga and I think it's supposed to be La Liga and some other Mexican leagues also, um,
Oh, okay.
as one thing, and then of course the MLS as itself within the America and Canada, where they'll have their interleague ones and all that stuff.
Oh,
MLS
like
with
the
like
NFL and AFL kind of thing.
the NFC AFC, and then like with baseball
AFC, not
and then with similar with baseball with the American League and the National League, they'll have that, and then there'll be a
but
championship
they'll
at the
have
towards
one giant championship thing.
at the end of it, yeah, and all that stuff. I think it makes sense in a
Feel like it'll
way.
be one sided.
It is gonna be no. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it will feel one
Yeah,
sided, but I feel like because like
yeah,
soccer in America is growing and all that stuff,
yeah. It definitely is.
and I think that would probably help it in a way and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So it's just more the fact that it's like you're probably gonna have some tumbles where it's like the Mexican teams are gonna beat your ass every
yeah.
single time
I feel like the first couple of years is gonna be like that
and
until
all
it
that stuff,
eventually starts growing and
and especially within
starts
America, yeah,
getting more competitive.
yeah, and all that
Well, like
stuff.
the AFC and the NFC was like that, wasn't it? Wasn't the
Most times, yeah,
AFC winning
yeah,
or the NFC was winning constantly, right?
yeah.
And then
It's always
after
been
a
like that.
while, it just became more competitive.
Yeah, but the thing is like these are two different countries in a way. This isn't.
Yeah, on a larger scale, not
Yeah,
literally.
yeah. This is more different and all that stuff. And again, this is
Yeah,
soccer. This is football we're talking about. For that
yeah,
and all that stuff. So it's like there is going to be there is going to be nationality. The thing is though, it's like so that means like you would have the Canadian teams from the MLS be part within the whole MLS side and all that stuff, and then of course going against the Mexican league and all that stuff.
yeah,
It makes sense to do this so that way you have it. I think it'll probably just be like, especially now since with the World Cup is supposed to come to North America in general and all that stuff because it's supposed to share between Canada, America, and Mexico,
yeah,
and for that one in particularly. So it helps out there in a way and all that stuff and everything to make that promotional. Like, the NBA and like the NBA, I think it just makes more sense because like again, like out of the like all the other every single league outside of the NFL do have a international prospect just with like not just like outside of like with those leagues themselves, but
and I feel like it
they have
has
their own stuff.
all those teams have international interest in
Yeah,
the NFL.
exactly.
NFL
Exactly.
is very much
Exactly.
only Americans are interested in.
Yeah.
Like,
See, that's my point. But it's like the thing is like I think with I think North America in general, like
yeah,
you can see an emergence of using the NBA, the MLB, NHL maybe for Mexico's sake, and then of course MLS and all that stuff
yeah,
with La Liga MX and the other Mexican leagues and all that stuff, where you can do a whole one thing with throughout the whole continent and particularly and all that stuff.
yeah,
And it's not you don't have to make it like a big like one big like I mean it is one big league, but what I mean by that is like you have everyone here in America and all that stuff, the regular stuff, and then like if you decide to do it, a Canadian thing in particularly, Mexico with its own thing and all that stuff, it comes in,
and then have one big one.
it collides in one way for one champion and all that stuff, and particularly and all that
Yeah,
stuff. Like you would have to, of course, how it would work. It's like if you have enough Canadian teams, that's one thing in itself. You would probably have to split America in a couple of divisions in itself, and then of course Mexico can have its own in a way and all that stuff.
yeah.
And then of course
Or what you can do is you can do like half of the US. We're talking NBA, right?
we can use that as an example. Yeah, we can use that as an example.
All right, let's just use NBA as an example. So, you can do like half of the maybe so let's say the upper half.
And we lost Manny for a second. And oh, there he goes. There he goes. Give him a second. Give him a second. Give him a second.
Sorry, the NBA is calling. So, okay, listen. No.
They found
They
our
got the
idea.
idea.
They like
They
our
heard the
idea.
idea. You can do like the upper half of the U.S. and Canada, and then the lower half of the U.S. and Mexico as two different divisions, and then do it because it's a whole lot easier instead of having three different divisions. I feel like
Well,
having two
no, it
divisions.
would be no. It would be four in particularly. So it's like you would,
Waiting for?
yeah. So you can do because, like I said,
Oh, the two in the U.S.
there would be two specifically in the
Oh, okay.
U.S. and everything
Yeah.
and all that
So you can
stuff.
do either one. You can do the four, or
Yeah,
you can do the half and half,
yeah, the
which
half
would
and
be
half.
also easy as well.
Well, you can do the half and half, but you would probably have to split those in two separate divisions. But that one half
Yeah.
fights the one, and all that stuff. Like again,
Yeah.
how like with baseball you have the American League, but four different divisions, and then of course with the American League and then the
Like in
National
the
League.
NHL.
Yeah, and then the same
Yeah.
thing in the NHL right now, how it looks right now and all that stuff too,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it can work. It can work with that and all that stuff. It's just again, it's like the thing again coming back to the NFL. You can't do that on a team basis of adding more teams. You can only do it by showing off your product to other countries and all that stuff and everything like that. Like it's that once in a lifetime kind of thing for them and all that stuff. Like they can see it, but they won't be able because they can't because there is that appeal to watch it, but there is no appeal of having that within your own country within that
Yeah.
particular country.
Here's the thing. Do you think, like, say with Mexico, do you think there'd be a big like language barrier, like for our games and stuff?
For American football games,
Yeah,
nah,
American football games. Having a team in the league though is different than
nah.
having, because I mean, for like the Mexico
I
games,
here's
like
the no.
they have like translators and stuff. But
Here's the thing. Like here's the thing. Here's the crazy part. I can see NFL having more of a team in Mexico than having a team in England and everything
definitely, yeah.
and that
But do you
stuff.
think there'd be like some type of language barrier, like whether it be like small or
Just
big? Do you think they'd
to
have?
some degree, yeah, and all that stuff. But that's the point. That's the thing. It's like it's like the thing is like we can see a team, but you're not going to see the average. Excuse me for this if this sounds racial.
Yeah, rich Mexican.
The average Mexican on an NFL team, like you're probably going to see like the regular standard player that's you've seen in every single league. But they're just going to play
Yeah,
for a team in Mexico and all that stuff.
yeah. No,
Wherever.
I was saying like fan wise, not player wise.
Oh, fan wise, definitely not. I think it's proven before because they've have played games in Mexico
Yeah,
for that and all that stuff. And it's like I think they can. I think it'll all be fine and all that stuff right there for that stuff because it's like and also that's just I again it's just more of the fact of it's like I think it's just if they're gonna pull will they ever pull the trigger on it and all that stuff
yeah.
because your best options
NFL seems least likely.
yeah it's least likely but I think like the best options for the NFL if they ever decide to like expand on a team basis Canada and Mexico are your only other options right now and all that stuff outside of the U.S. and all that stuff that you can probably find you can get another you can get a team in there's a chance of getting a team in San Diego they can do that.
Why don't they ever show Alaska love?
I have no idea. We
ECHL, I mean, ECHL has Alaskan Aces, but like that's about it.
that's about it. But then again, it's Alaska.
Yeah, but it's Alaska.
I think out of those two states, being the other one being Hawaii, there's
Yeah, that's true.
there's a
Hawaii.
there's a possible.
Okay.
I think the most likely chance you can see a team in Hawaii more than you can see in Alaska.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
like I mean, maybe that'd be dope. Like Alaskan Lights or something
I think like
for like an NBA team.
again like for football it won't be that bad travel wise. I think just
Yeah.
I think it's just depends like it all depends on the
Do you think it's
geographics.
travel or weather?
I don't like again, it's a lot of things outside of just those.
Yeah.
It's also the
Oh, and they're like dark for like half the year.
yeah, and then of course the interest is there a viable financial idea out of this to make something work within those areas and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more to it than what we know itself of getting us franchise spot for that kind of stuff. And again, it's like the possible opportunities for leagues to have that is every single one in America except the NFL.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and all that stuff. Um, to go back to the whole global thing and in general, it's like one of the TikToks I saw that brought up because like my For You pages has been about the European Super League and all that stuff. I had this one person brought up about the league, but this is gonna revert to esports and all that stuff. They were talking about the possibilities of a global League of Legends league.
That'd be dope.
The
I mean, you
best.
already got the leagues.
Do you think that is a viable thing though?
No, but it'd be
It-
dope.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Yes, but that's why we have
Yeah.
worlds. That's why we have worlds,
Yeah, that's true. That's
and
true.
that's why
Kind
we
of
have.
right.
Well, that's why we have MSI and worlds. The fact, the
I
poss
mean, maybe market it as like a all-star thing, like kind of.
they have an all-star thing, and that thing doesn't do well.
I like the all-stars.
It's just, they have a lot to cram. That's the thing too.
I mean, the thing is though, like I don't really look forward to all-stars. Like I watch all-stars and I enjoy it,
Mm.
but it's not like worlds, really.
Yeah,
Like
it's
where I'm not like marking it on my calendar, like I
ag-
can't miss worlds.
again
Like
and again. It's just
yeah.
more the fact of like the thing is like that the traveling where you take this. If this happened in a COVID world, the ping would be ridiculous and all that
Yeah,
stuff. That's why
that's
I just
true.
wanted to bring that up real quick and all that stuff because I thought that was interesting to hear about and all that stuff. Because like I get it, like,
It'd be dope. Like you said though, we already have worlds.
and then the other
Um,
question is, would there ever be an NA team in that league? That is the real question.
no, but I mean, it's the same thing. Like, is there gonna ever be
Oh,
a team that's
oh,
like you know,
oh, what? You cut off. That's why.
A Mexican team? Like, what I mean, I said it's the same thing. Like, would we ever see a Mexican team go far into worlds? Like, not really.
I mean, technically,
Like,
like
you got Rainbow Seven, but
that's not a Mexican team.
yeah,
They're in Brazil, aren't they? Isn't that
no, Rainbow Seven's in Mexico.
isn't that South America?
What, Mexico? No.
Mexico's Mexico's North America.
Yeah.
Isn't Rainbow Seven in South America? Part of the South.
No, Rainbow Seven's in Mexico.
I gotta. Okay, now I just got interested in something.
uh,
Give me a second. Go
anyways,
talk.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, like I don't think we would rarely see an NA team, and if we do, it's gonna be like the same ones. It's gonna be like Team Liquid, maybe 100 Thieves, who knows, and like what Victus maybe. Oh, and then Cloud C9 maybe like C9 Team Liquid. That's about it, and it'd be like every time it comes around, it would only be those teams. But like the thing is, like it would pretty much how do I say it? It would be European teams, Korean teams, and Chinese teams, basically like worlds. It'd be kind of pointless to do. The idea seems cool if you factor, but once you start factoring in what teams would constantly be making it, not really, because you get the same thing at Worlds. So it'd be like a semi Worlds.
Oh, okay, okay. So the thing, okay, so yeah, it is Mexico, but the region is Latin America. That's why.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now. That make a little bit, but yeah, that works, I guess. I was wondering. I was
Yeah.
like, no, because I could have sworn like this team was under a different region. That's because when you brought up Mexico, I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense with the region and also.
Not called the Mexican.
But they changed the region is just in particular. It's just Latin America
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Like, are you gonna see them in Worlds? Yeah, but then they're gonna get eliminated like the first round.
Yeah,
Like, we went
because
last year.
they're in play-ins.
And like,
They don't make it to the not.
yeah,
They don't make it to groups.
yeah, they don't get past groups. They don't get. I mean,
Play-ins.
play-ins. They don't get past play-ins. They get to play-ins and then they're done. Like, that's about it. It's gonna be the same thing with like them, North America. Does Canada have a league? I don't remember if Canada has a league. I don't think they do.
It would Canada would refer to under NA
Oh, okay. Well,
in particular.
NA in Latin America is basically not making it past whatever they would structure if they did this world thing. So, and then also like the name of Worlds is Worlds. Like it's kind of in the title that like this is everybody around the world. So it's kind of pointless to have this kind of this idea. But now that I think about it, no, I wouldn't want this. So yeah, it's my verdict. Now that I start thinking about it, no, it sounds cool though. But then you start thinking about and you start factoring in all the other angles, and it's just like it's pointless to have. So
Okay, but
it's a
yeah,
weird thing.
I thought I wanted to bring that up real quick because I found that kind of interesting in a way because like it's most likely like whoever would win out of that would either be from the LCK, the LPL, or the LEC.
Yeah,
And stuff. You probably have a couple of any teams such as like maybe Cloud Nine
you
and
have
Liquid
like C9 and Liquid. Yeah,
and
you wouldn't
TSM.
have 100 Thieves. You wouldn't have maybe TSM.
No,
Maybe you
TSM
wouldn't have.
TSM for sure because of the popularity of that team. In all honesty,
Yeah, that's true.
it
That's true.
as much as they have not competed as well. I mean, they do well in LCS and all that stuff
Yeah,
recently.
they're not horrible.
Since
Like horrible.
since franchising and all that stuff, they've done well and all that stuff, but they're not what they were before franchising and all that stuff. They were the team and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but they still have that popularity. I can no, it depends on how that team. I can't. We got a new mid laner for 100 Thieves. He came from the LEC
Legit.
and all that stuff. I hope. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, 100. We're talking esports now and all that stuff. 100 Thieves did well, did well in the beginning. I don't know what the heck that had them end up that second half of spring. It was just like, oh my gosh, because we.
Hey,
I think it
speaking
was the
of,
meta. I think it was the meta because that and all that stuff probably.
I actually haven't even seen this season. Or of
Well,
NA.
I'll tell you.
Uh,
I'll tell you this. MSI is starting pretty soon. That's how much you missed. We're already we're
yeah,
getting ready for MSI.
yeah. I missed like this whole season.
C91.
This guy's been I've been hella busy. Huh?
C91. Pretty
Did
much.
Liquid do good? Did we do good?
That's who they beat.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't watched anything.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm like, that's who they beat. And also, it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Oh, and it's
Okay,
not.
we still made it. We
It's
still
not.
made it.
And it's
I mean,
not
I
a.
expected this to be good though.
But here's the like. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I expect Liquid to do good.
Well,
I
not. I
don't
mean,
expect
like,
us to win every time.
yeah. But the thing was like, it's no longer the spring split final. It is called the mid-season showdown because how it
Oh, I
works.
like that.
And also because how it works now, it's like you go, the spring session is all that stuff and everything. Winner of the mid season showdown goes to MSI. Summer
Yeah,
though, so how it works now, when it comes to summer after summer when it gets to playoffs, it goes by your total record of both spring and summer.
that's cool. I like that.
And then the top three teams that out of how the bracket plays out through summer goes to worlds.
That's cool.
Yes,
I like that.
it's been something. It's been I've been wanting that for like the last 2 years because the whole spring split, like how does because like the way if you determine to go to finals, the worlds is just based off summer split, and I'm like, then what's the point of spring split, if and all that stuff? If you're gonna
Yeah,
if you're gonna base it off one split, because it's a total different game between if you do that if it's going like that and all that stuff. You can have a like how 100 Thieves for example in the first year of franchising, second got runners up in spring split, ended up getting third, ended up not winning, getting fourth, going fourth overall in summer, but yet went to worlds on third place based off a point system and all that stuff and all that stuff. And I'm just like, no, and all that stuff.
yeah,
As much, I mean, I'm wrong. Like, I'm excited for the team to make it to their first worlds in their first year and all that stuff and everything like that. But that's not how it should work. This season, though, the fact that summer playoffs is going based off overall records of both summer and spring is a good thing and all that stuff because we're currently in fourth right now and all that stuff. And if we do well in summer, it makes our playoff potential makes it even better, which is a good thing
yeah.
and all that stuff.
That makes sense.
Awesome. But that's enough for our esports talk and all that stuff. And let's get into, though we are continuing with video games in a way and all that stuff. Some battle royale news and all that stuff.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we do this, what the hell was I gonna say?
I'm just gonna let you know.
Esports. That's it. Esports. Have you watched NASCAR?
No,
Oh, okay. Never mind. Go on. I thought you'd watch the NASCAR
no,
esports.
I do not watch the esports version of NASCAR. I do not watch that.
Oh, okay.
So
It's just as cool.
on
Not
to
as cool.
on to some
That's
battle
cool.
royale stuff, and it's a couple good ones and all that stuff because Fortnite's currently still in
We're talking for
Fortnite's currently in season, and so not much has happened. Though today, as of this recording, the Batman Fortnite comic is officially out. 0 Point first issue came out today. It's a good issue. It's a good start. I because I
Hey,
read
what
it
was that
after I
Viking
read it.
skin in the trailer thing?
You've never seen that skin in the game?
No, was he? Is he already skin?
He's a skin in the game, yeah.
Oh damn, he looked hella sick.
And all that stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't see that. Surprised you didn't know that.
That wasn't a battle pass skin. Right?
It's chapter one. I think it's a item shop skin, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay, good, good.
And
That was a dope skin. I mean, it looks.
and so the thing is about that comic, it's a 6 issue comic, if I remember correctly. First issue today, second and third issues next month. It's supposed to end like in July, or June, and it's actually part of season 6, the current season still, and all that stuff. So coming towards the end of the year, we're supposed to find out like more about the 0 Point and everything like that, who's behind it. Some people probably know about who's behind it and all that stuff. So, and then what's cool about it also, like if though I find it weird though they did it this way. So if you buy the print issue of the comic or you read it on the DC Universe Infinite Comic app, which is like the subscription service to read their comics, you'll get a digital code to get certain in-game items for Fortnite.
Oh,
Um
like comic book amigos.
no,
Oh.
no. So they're codes like so the
Interesting.
first issue is another variant of Harley Quinn. It's her rebirth style. But like based off the comics, rebirth is a thing in the comics and everything. And like if you get all the items, you get that the armored Batman skin that you saw in the trailer, Manny.
The one you fight against Superman with?
No, it's not that one. It's the one.
Oh.
Remember the trailer you shared on this on the group chat?
Oh, okay, I know Shylock. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. You get that one
Okay.
if you get all the items and everything
That's dope.
and
That's
all that
dope.
stuff.
They gonna
Oh,
bring out Superman skin? That'd be dope.
I don't know. So back to the whole redeem items thing. It's like again, if you buy the print issue, mean like the physical copy, or if you read it on their subscriptions to comics app, you cannot get it if you buy a digital version of the comic. So if you buy it from like Comixology and everything like that, which is where you can buy your comics and all that stuff, you do not get a code at all. Because the funny
What if I drive down to Alice Comics and get one? Do they
so if you go to
have the
like
code on it?
if you buy so if you buy the physical copy from like say Al Comics, which is a comic shop near us, and everything like that, there'll be a code. Because the funny part about
Oh.
that, I had pre-ordered the first 2 issues of the book. Lucky enough, I found this out before the issue came out and canceled those, and then got the subscription service. I was like,
Damn.
I'm just
You
gonna do
luck
the,
out.
I'm just gonna do the
You
eight
luck out.
bucks. I was like, I got all that stuff. Well, no, because like I would have lost out on codes and spend like I think they're $4 an issue. I could be wrong. Uh,
It's 5.
huh?
I thought they were 5.
Something like that. I don't remember particularly for this one in particularly. But yeah, $4 or $5 and all that stuff. Like I would have ended up spending that for and not get the codes and all that stuff because I bought the digital ones.
Yeah.
So I would have been like, so I rather just do the whole subscription thing and all that stuff. Read those because like of course because with that there's a bunch of other comics on there also. So I was like, oh, read all the other ones too. Um,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But yeah, that's another thing in itself. So that's Fortnite and everything like that. Though I did start doing the what they call the Spire challenges. It's like the story stuff. Interesting so far. Anyways,
Oh, okay. I don't play
on to the other
The
two.
Firestorm.
No, on to the other two battle royales and all that stuff. And we're gonna start.
Anthem.
I know on that's not a battle royale.
It can be.
No. And all that stuff. I know on the topic list we did Warzone, but I want to start with Apex and all that stuff
Alright.
because so Apex is just now ending. It's currently ending its season 8, and it's currently on the War Games thing. They just recently announced the next season, which is not titled Season 9. It's actually be just called Apex Legends Legacy. For the next season. We're getting a new, of course, a new legend. Valkyrie is her name. I
Oh,
forgot.
she's a streamer.
No, not the streamer, unfortunately. She doesn't play Apex, so it
It's
doesn't
gonna
make
be a, it's gonna
so
be a crossover.
it would like if she played Apex, yeah, that would make total sense. Uh,
Yeah, you're right.
and
Right.
uh, so what's cool
So
about
wouldn't it be Valkyrie?
huh? Valkyrie.
Wouldn't
That's what
it
I
be?
said.
Yeah, you
Did
said
I say
Valkyrie.
did I say it like I
Yeah,
was trying not to say it like that. I was trying to
yeah,
say Valkyrie. Okay, my bad.
yeah.
That's on me then.
I
That's
was
on
like,
me.
wait, what?
That's on me. Um so pretty much it looks like for because we don't know more about it yet, like what's and everything like that. But it looks like she has like a mech suit in a way and kind of like that. She'll probably have like some kind of like ability to like be in the air,
Gundam.
be in the air for a bit
Oh,
and all that
like
stuff.
Farah?
In a way, in a way.
Okay.
And everything for that too. There, of course, they always bring out these trailers when they're getting ready to start to ramp up the new season to get to hype the new season. I got to watch it. I meant to show you this and everything, but the cool thing of what I liked about it was like it's finally bringing connections to the overall Titanfall universe, and all that stuff. Because apparently Valkyrie,
Valkyrie. I
her
like that.
her
Valkyrie.
the
That's what
dad
we call
her in the story it shows her when she's a kid. Her dad is a used to be someone what's called the Apex Predators. This is if you played Titanfall 2, there's a storyline about all this and everything like that. Her dad is actually one of the bosses you play in Titanfall 2
she's a
and all that stuff.
villain.
Huh? No, she's not gonna be a villain.
She's like a villain.
She goes like the
Oh,
thing because the thing is about it, throughout the story of the trailer is like her mission was to kill the guy that leads the Apex Predators and all that
oh,
stuff.
okay.
But
Cause wasn't what's her name? Space Irish girl, Scottish woman.
Horizon,
Uh, Horizon. There you go. Wasn't she related to like that robot girl in Titanfall? Like
no, no,
within
no,
like
no,
that
no.
was like they were like partners.
They
They were
weren't
kind of like
related.
lab partners.
They weren't related. They were more partners. Or like no, like coworkers,
Lab partners.
coworkers and all
Yeah,
that stuff. Yeah,
well, lab partners.
that kind. No, you said related. I was like, there's no.
Oh no, no, I meant like non-genetically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
non-genetically.
Just say coworkers next time,
Yeah. I
or
mean, well, because
partners,
they were
or lab
scientists. I mean,
partners, or
scientists
lab
always know.
partners, or lab partners. No,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, there was that
Wasn't
connect.
that her, right?
There was that connect. I don't know if it's true. I have to remember. I have to go back to the lore stuff to remember that and all that stuff. But I did hear like there were it was the person that was in one of the other villains in Titanfall 2, which was Ash, who
Yeah,
also
there you go.
has a connection into Apex Legends already back in season 5, if I remember correctly. When you had to do like the little story mission, you had to collect this little head, which happened to be Ash's head, and all that stuff, and which led us to the next season. My bad, season 6, which led into season 7. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. And all that stuff. No. My bad. Yeah, it was 5. 6 was Rampart. 7 is when we got to Olympus. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember my stuff. But yeah, so and then of course, the leader of the Apex Predators, Ballistic,
Brandy.
Ballistic is also but it is also the person that runs the Apex games and all that stuff, which is the
Oh,
current.
damn.
Yeah,
Makes
he's the one
sense.
because
Timing. Yeah,
because like in
Brandy.
yeah, exactly. You get it. Because like
Yeah,
in the end of
he's
at the end of
the corporate
Titanfall
sellout.
2, Titanfall 2 spoilers who haven't played the story, though I do recommend playing it and all that stuff. He like at the person you play like at the end of it like you kind of like are on the ground. The guy's talking to you and all that stuff. He drops his card. That's hinting like he's planning on doing these games and all that stuff because the games have been for a long time. Because if you don't know, Apex Legends is like way into the future after Titanfall 2 story when it's done and all that stuff
Yeah,
and all that stuff. So yeah, but
yeah, because
so it's
isn't it because doesn't Titanfall 2 start because like there's like an apocalyptic thing, right?
it's a
Isn't
war.
it?
It's a war. It's in the middle of a war
Yeah,
and all that
because
stuff.
I dropped my mixtape and
Apex
oh,
and then like
yeah.
and Apex Legends is set after that war is done and everything.
Oh, okay. So when it's all calm and everything,
Yeah, not calm. I
kind of.
wouldn't say calm, but it has its things.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, so she's on. So back to Valkyrie, she's on this like kind of revenge mission to kill him. But in throughout the trailer, she's like telling him, talking to him. He's talking to her about if this is what you want. Do you really think this is something you want to do, and all that stuff, and some other stuff like that. But it makes her change her mind, and then she puts herself in the games now and all that stuff. Um, that and there's more to it, and it was a pretty cool thing and all that stuff. I do
Now,
recommend.
storyline wise, within the lore, what happens to the people that wins the Apex games?
You just win. There's no one. No one die. Here's the thing. No one dies in the Apex games. If you pay attention to the actual lore, you notice because like all the legends that you play in the game, they're all in these trailers. That's because they don't actually die in the Apex games. They're just it's more of
So
like
then what happens?
they
It's
win.
airsoft.
No, it's just it's they win like money and stuff like that. That's all.
Yeah, but like, what? How do they not die?
Huh?
Do they like reboot it? How do they?
How do they not die?
Yeah, they get shot at.
I think it's like Fortnite in a way, but except for that, you don't lose your memory.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just
Uh,
think about it as airsoft. I'm gonna say it's airsoft.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So, but
They're playing a large airsoft game.
yeah, pretty much. Um,
That makes it less cool, huh?
but anyways, back to so coming back to this, it's like it looks like, from what we know so far of the new season, we have Olympus is gonna be is gonna change, and everything to a like over like because apparently like all like the plants and all the stuff that there is like is overgrown. The city, it's not gonna look like what it is right now. Um, the we have a new weapon which is a bow. I'm kind of interested in. It's like it's more mid range, but it's like if you get your shot right, you get a good hit. At the same time with that, and then the other thing about it, which is hopefully, which we hope is coming this season and all that stuff, is the rumored arena mode. So during the last couple days, I've been trying to do this in game event kind of thing. So when you open up a care package, a little card comes out, and it's like it's corrupted and all that stuff. When you go back into the lobby, you activate it. Someone's talking about saying like you think this is it, you're wrong, and all that stuff. Like the Apex games and all that stuff, and all that stuff, and all that stuff. You like come find me in the arena or something like I remember correctly. So you have to collect these three hollow icons, three in Olympus, three in Kings Canyon, and once you get them, you go to the firing range. There's this landing pad there, and then you activate it. When I did it on Monday. It told me I had to wait until pretty much today to do it because it wasn't started yet. So during my lunch, I got on, did it and all that stuff, and the ship comes in. It takes me to this place, this narrow hallway where you hear something in the distance, but you don't know what's that. You don't. I don't know where I'm at. I feel like I'm in Kings Canyon, but it doesn't look like it. And I go up to the thing, and it goes up. There's a little like lift, and it takes me there. And all of a sudden, when I get up to the top, all of a sudden it's Ash, like overhead, like this big hologram head and all that stuff and everything like that. And then like all around, it's like this like arena style kind of thing. There's like deaf boxes or some places and everything like that. And then she's like something. She mentions about something about the arena. So this has been the big rumor that's been happening for a while now that there's going to be this three v three style arena mode that's going to come to Apex out, and this is going to be more like different from the battle royale stuff and all that stuff. So it's going to add a new stuff to it, and I'm actually kind of excited about this because it's supposed to be like they're supposed to have like this death match kind of thing, some other matches along with it, and all that stuff. And I hope it's true. I really hope it's coming this in Legacy, because it's gonna be it looks like it's gonna be really fun. Hopefully we get a trailer this week. If they're gonna do some more teases about it. The new season is supposed to start May 4th, so we have now and next week to get more stuff about it and all that stuff. Uh, Anything you want to add into this, Manny?
It sounds dope. Whatever that arena thing sounds cool. Um, I was listening to you, by the way. I was also trying to figure out your house's new layout, also, because kind of blurred, but I can kind of
It's
tell.
so blur.
And, but I can kind of tell. I think I know. I'll have to tell you after this episode.
Mm.
But anyways, yeah, no, it does. Whatever this arena mode consists of seems pretty cool. I would like to see like a mini mode of like the Pathfinder boxing. I feel like that'd be tight. I have like Rock'em Sock'em Robots with Pathfinder. That'd be kind of cool.
Maybe. I
That'd
think.
be tight.
Yeah.
That's about it. Did they bring back any of the other character areas like the Octane race, the Pathfinder's boxing, all that?
Those are still in the map on the maps. They don't remove.
Is Octane's racing there?
Yeah, it's still in Kings Canyon.
What about I haven't been to Caustic's thing. I don't know what that is. But yeah, are they the only three that have it?
So on Kings Canyon, it is uh Octanes. There's one for Caustic, and there's one for Crypto also on Kings Canyon.
Oh, okay.
I could be missing one, but I could be wrong. But I also could be wrong on it. Oh, there's one for Wraith also on all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know that portal thing that's shoot up in the sky in Kings Canyon? That
Oh, yes,
and
yeah.
then when you send it, when if you go in, it sends you into that building.
Yeah.
That's related to Wraith.
Oh, it's not related to Caustic? Not
No,
Caustic. Crypto?
no, the one that has like that green satellite area that has that satellite dish,
Yeah.
that's Caustic. I mean that's Crypto.
Oh, okay.
That's Crypto. And then on Olympus, it's as far as for Olympus, it's just Pathfinder, which is the Fight Night,
Pathfinder.
which is Fight Night. There are some in World's Edge. There's one for Bloodhound for in World's Edge. But I could be missing one more, but I don't remember it right now at the back of my head. And all that stuff. But yeah,
Okay.
so and those are pretty much what they call them. I think they call them like takeover towns.
Okay, now uh Octane grew up on Olympus, right?
Yes.
Why isn't his track on Olympus and it's on Kings Canyon then?
Huh?
Why is his track on Kings Canyon instead of Olympus then?
It's more of the fact of the game of the games itself. Though it's like, yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's from he's in the air, he's from Olympus. Like it's more of a games thing than it is the where you grew up from.
Oh,
And
okay.
especially how the story went at that time and all that stuff too. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for Apex Legacy. Not see because again, they're not going to call it season 9. It's going to be called Legacy. Um, and I'm excited. On to the next one, which is something soon. Literally like the day this episode comes out. Cold Cold War and Warzone season 3 begins. Literally on the 22nd. I think Cold War's update actually starts tonight on the night of this is recording, and then Warzone is the next night and all stuff. But everything's officially on the 22nd. There's an event happening after this episode comes out. We don't know what's happening. All we know right now is where zombies were originally, there are now radiation zones. If you go into the radiation, you become a zombie if you die, but that's only if you're playing in the team modes, and everything like that. Apparently, from overall, from what it sounds like, they're gonna get Verdansk is gonna get nuked or something like that. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. A lot of people are saying like this and that and all that stuff. They've already showed like
That's gonna be dope to see.
they're gonna show the roadmap for. They already showed the stuff for season 3. All we don't know much because it's just like they just told us what's coming out, all that stuff. Like we're getting a new SMG, we're getting a new sniper, for that stuff. Of course, Verdansk is gonna get an update, of course, depending on how the events goes. What else am I missing? There's gonna be an event called Hunt for Adler based off the storyline of that so far and all that stuff because like the most recent story is for the fact that they found Sitch's hideout and all that stuff and more stuff, but Adler's not there. And apparently, based off what they figured out and all that stuff and what they can do, it leads to Verdansk. So they have to go to Verdansk and all that stuff. So so what it looks like, and then I think this is what it is. It's not a brand new map. We're not getting like a whole new area or anything like that. It's gonna be Verdansk, but in the 80s and all that stuff. So it's gonna be different.
Okay.
There's gonna be changes. There's gonna be like stuff. The thing is like
Let's go.
there's been like some leaks and all that stuff about what's supposed to be there, like such as stadium is unbuilt and all that stuff.
Oh wow.
The dam is not the dam and all that stuff. And then of course probably downtown is like not what downtown is right now. It's probably gonna be a little less and everything like that. But I don't know more outside of that. Um, I kind of figured the fact that it was always gonna stay in Verdansk and not have like
Yeah.
an overall new map. Two things about that, because earlier, like towards the end of right before Cold War came out, Activision and the devs were always talking about how Cold Warzone is supposed to be the central focus point of Call of Duty overall, particularly Verdansk and everything. So there's probably be like updates to the map, but never a brand new map entirely. Um, Second thing about that, the very first season 2 cinematic trailer mentioned Verdansk already and all that stuff. And so that was already the hit. But then like there was, of course, throughout season 2, there's been these apparently leaks of there's supposed to be this new a Cold War style map overall for the next season. Like it was supposed to, like apparently Verdansk is supposed to nuke overall. It was supposed to be nuked overall, and then we're supposed to get this new map over this brand new map, which is supposed to be like the maps in Outbreak, but together and all that stuff. Um, I thought, but they said that got scrapped last minute and all that stuff. But then I was like, the more and more I thought about it, I was like, I don't think that's it. And then of course, the most recent cinematic trailer about them saying they have to go to Verdansk, I was like, Verdansk is going to the 80s. That's it. And it's like,
It's dope. I
you
had
know,
an
so
idea, but I guess it's not gonna happen.
yeah,
I thought I was thinking like they were gonna nuke it, and then for some reason the dam ends up breaking, and then we just get more of a water area. Maybe the boat comes unlatched, and like you get more of a water area. Um, to use boats and stuff, but
yeah. I
I
mean, it
guess it's
was.
not happening.
I will see how it goes. I'm gonna try to watch it and everything. I think there's a way. From what I'm hearing, it's like it's gonna be similar to how the Cold War reveal happened event for Warzone. Like it'll be like an event, it'll be like an option to go through, and then you can just go into it anytime you want to, and all that stuff. So we'll see. If that happens, I'll probably just wait till after work. If not, I'll probably
Yeah.
just watch it. And other than that, that's pretty much it from what's happening on that all that stuff. Um, okay, let's try to get these last two things out of the way. Um,
All right.
and because we're way over. No, not really,
You
but
want to?
still. So
Then we should go with Shang-Chi first. Then.
yeah, Shang-Chi I really want to do because the trailer came out and all that stuff. Um, can it be September already? Like
So.
this thing looks amazing. Like I was already excited for this and all that stuff, but then seeing that and all that stuff was just like the fights and everything like that. The how the story looks, it looks like, and this has probably already been confirmed, but it looks like because like of course the main villain in this is the actual Mandarin, not the one from Iron Man 3.
Hey, Sir Ben Kingsley did an
I'm not
amazing
saying
job.
no, no, no,
I'm kidding.
no, 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 no.
I'm kidding.
I was saying, I was like, no, no, nothing. I have nothing. I'm not one of those people that hated on that hated on that scene and all that stuff.
I was okay with it.
I was,
I thought it was
I
entertaining. It's
thought that was awesome and all that
like I
stuff.
just like start falling asleep.
Especially after the one shot where it's when he's in
Oh, that made
jail.
it even better.
Yeah, when he's in jail the whole time,
Yeah,
and then like at the end of it, they find out there is an actual Mandarin out there
yeah,
and all that stuff. So that's what makes it more interesting, and the fact that we're gonna get it in this movie is gonna be cool. So it looks like though the Mandarin is Shang-Chi's dad, from what it seems like.
yeah. They cut out. They're cutting out Fu Manchu because of the kind of
Okay,
racism in there.
okay,
So they're cutting that out. They're just making the Mandarin. Also, it looks like the 10 rings are gonna be like arm rings.
yeah,
It looks like
I saw that too. Yeah,
that's what it looks like. It
yeah,
doesn't look like they're gonna be actual rings.
yeah,
Well, they're rings, but like not rings, I
yeah.
guess, because they're still ring
They're
shaped.
wrapped around. Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it looked cool. It and then what was that dude's name? I can't remember the character's name. The one with the arm blades. Looks like
Razor Fist.
Korg Shred.
I think it's Razor Fist. Is
His
his name. I think so.
his swords kind of remind me of that one sword that was made from the one that glows. Remember, it was in the movie, and it was on the comics as well. I can't
The
remember what.
movies,
It was
like
the samurai one.
which
It
movie in
was in the
particular?
samurai Wolverine, just Wolverine. The
Oh,
one where he
the
goes to
Wolverine,
Japan.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the Wolverine. I seen the comics too. There's a reference to it, like the sword thing,
Yeah, I
just
know.
like in the comics.
Yeah, I know
I
what you're
can't
talking
remember
about.
what it is.
Yeah, I know what you're
That
talking
it
about.
reminded me of that. It's not it, but like it reminded me of that. So that's cool. It looks like he goes to the place that we've seen in Falcon and Soldier. what's it called? Madripoor.
Mandapore?
It looks like they go to
I don't
Madripoor.
think so.
It, I think they do in a couple scenes. It looks kind of the same. Some scenes. That's about it. Um, I'm just getting my quick
The
thing so
power,
you can, because
the
mine's gonna
power,
be a lot faster.
the power broker is the Mandarin.
Yeah. It's Miss Carter. Anyways, what was it? The Kung Fu looks amazing. Aquafina looks hilarious in the movie. Um, that pole scene is really cool with it, like, and really, really dope. Um, and that's it. That's it. I'm just gonna let you move on. I'm gonna let you do what you were gonna say.
I'm excited. I'm really excited
I'm
because like
excited.
it looks like it's like I'm not gonna say it's like it's I want to compare it to like this is something that's gonna be seen like we've seen similar to like Black Panther. Like this is gonna be its own world and all that stuff in a way and all that stuff, but it's still not really on stuff.
No,
But it's gonna be exciting to see for this and all that stuff, and I'm very excited to see what happens when this comes out in September. But yeah, I just want to get that quickly out the way. But speaking of the Power Broker, uh, episode 5, the one before the finale, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and all that stuff. I think I'm gonna just go with this. It's here, it's over. We're here. We're close to the end, and all that stuff. I just gotta say this episode is my favorite one out of the whole series so far. Um,
yeah, me too.
it's the they you can it's a slow burn that was necessary in a way, and all that stuff.
I don't like the setup. It's
Like
for a lot of different things
everything that's there. It was like a plot point, plot point, plot point. You close some stuff, but you do set up some things that look like that will
for the
expand
future.
for the
Yeah.
future and all that stuff. And it's like it's so awesome. From so let's start with this. From Val being introduced and everything like that, Madam Hydra to some people and all that stuff, and a bunch of other things and all that stuff. Though
Okay, so do you think she was supposed to be the big cameo, but because
she
Black
was the
Widow
big
got
no
pushed back,
that was
she was the big cameo?
the big
Okay.
cameo and all that
Because
stuff.
we were
It's
supposed
just
to already see her, right, from Black Widow, right?
that was the thing. She was originally
Yeah.
apparently from what the story is like she was originally supposed to be introduced in Black Widow. Where I don't know for sure. All that stuff. I don't know if it was gonna be
Yeah.
in the movie. It was gonna be a post
It would
credit
have meant a
scene.
lot more. Like, it would have
Like,
been more of a big
yeah,
thing.
but it would make
Yeah.
them more. Yeah, if the movie would came out before this, yeah. But to me, I still thought it was cool.
I'm still cool with it. Yeah.
I was literally jumping off. I almost jumped out of my couch when I saw that. I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting and all that stuff. We have that. We have from what was I say? John Walker becoming from losing Captain America, becoming the to now looks like to become the U.S. agent as he's in the comics and all that stuff.
5 minute crafts in his backyard.
Um, Bucky finally getting his, I guess not closure, but like getting knowing like what he needs to do to what's the word I'm looking for? Relief? Not relief, but like I forget the
To
word.
find mental closures, I would say to find mental
To find the
closure.
closure, because like especially when he had
Yeah.
with the talk with Sam, it's like he needs to apologize to that one person. Of course, we all know who that one person is and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's his buddy and all that stuff from back in episode 1. Yeah, 1.
Yeah.
Back in episode 1, the one who killed his son, and I was like, I really and it's like I
That's gonna be a hard emotional scene.
do we see? I was like, if we see that in this week's in Friday's episode,
That's gonna be a hard scene.
It's gonna be so awesome and all that stuff. But seeing that, and then of course everybody else coming up and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, Zemo, um, though he was in Sokovia, he ended up being Sokovia like people thought, and all that stuff. Bucky catching him, not shooting him, and like dropping all the bullets in the other hand. The Dora Milaje catching him, not taking him back to Wakanda, but taking him to the Raft, which is also something that might
Yep.
happen in the future. And
Which
all that stuff.
sets up the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, the potentiality of that and everything of that becoming a thing, but then the overall thing though is Sam
Finally.
from grabbing getting the shield back, going to talking to Isaiah Bradley, Isaiah telling him like, do you really think the world wants to see a black Captain America? Makes him Sam questioning himself, going back home and all that stuff, talking to
Dude, you
Bucky,
don't know
talking to
how
sister.
sad like, cause like I knew going to talk to him, Sam definitely wanted to do this,
Mm.
and then like I was like kind like in the back of my head I was like he's still gonna do it, but then like him talking to Sam I was like he might not do it. I really want to do it, and then like later on,
Well, because
continue.
like the thing was like about that
Something
talk,
like
the talk with Isaiah and everything like that. The thing was like about it was like, is Isaiah gonna be the guy that's gonna convince him to take the mantle of Captain America and everything like that? Again, I lost Manny again. I got him back. Hold on. Let's get this going. Audio listeners,
hello.
I lost Manny. I think we got him back.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
felt like it was I felt like Isaiah the talk with Isaiah compared to the talk with his sister was more encouraging when Isaiah was more trying to show him like
No, no, that
what happens before
that's what I was
and
trying to get
like
at.
kind of like yeah, yeah,
That's what I was trying to get. That's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna get at with that. What I was saying, like, because like originally what I was trying to say was like, it seemed you would think like Isaiah would be the one to be like take the mantle and all that
do
stuff,
it.
do something that I never got to do and all that stuff, kind of thing and everything like that. But it was a total opposite.
Yeah.
But it worked though at the same time and everything like that because you're getting that you're actually getting that reality of the fact of like, is America actually ready for something like that and everything like that, for that stuff, and then transition to the part of going home, being with his family, having having after talking with Bucky and all that stuff, and that being like that what he's always done before when talking to like mental patients that after the war and all that stuff, and then
Yeah, yeah.
having that conversation with his sister and all that stuff, like because he always thought his sister thought of him as someone always running away from problems and all that stuff and
Yeah.
everything
His sister just thought completely the
when in
opposite.
all actuality it never was and all that stuff and everything. And it's like and then it's like she's telling him, it's like, are you going to be the one, are you actually going to listen to Isaiah and all that stuff of what he said and all that stuff,
Or you gonna do what you want to do.
and what Sam was like, though he understands what Isaiah is coming, what Isaiah went through, what about Isaiah and what he went through and all that stuff, because of course it's a common of course it does relate to common black people and all that stuff. Sam does mention for the fact, but what's the point of him giving that sacrifice if I don't do something myself to make this better? In a way, I guess
Yeah.
in a way, and all that stuff. And
Yeah, that's right.
then of course leading into the training montage of him training with the shield and everything like that, totally fun and all that stuff and everything like that and everything, and then to the end of the scene and all that stuff, when it gets to that part, him opening the box. Am I pissed that they didn't show it? Yes, but I'm still happy, but I'm still excited for the fact that we get that come this final episode, we're gonna get them, we're gonna see this actually happening and all that stuff. It is a journey that
How,
I've been waiting for this whole series.
here's one
It's
thing.
gonna be, don't do this to me,
How would you feel if they
don't do this.
Pulp Fiction us and they just never showed what was inside the case? It's not gonna happen, but it'd be hilarious.
Well, I mean, like,
Personally.
what do you mean you don't see him in the suit at all?
Yeah, like it wasn't a suit. It was something for a future movie or a future
Oh,
thing. It was like a secret
oh, I
weapon
see.
for some,
I see.
and like we don't even get to see it in the next episode
I see.
until like a movie ahead, like maybe like
Oh, I
Sam
see.
Wilson's Captain,
Oh, I see.
and it's like then like at the end of the movie, like he reveals it or
No,
something.
I
I feel like that wouldn't happen, but it'd be cool.
that'd be interesting and all that stuff. And then of course, I'm not gonna forget it though. You brought it to me like too many times when we were playing Apex last night and all that stuff. Joaquin getting the wings.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. I
Oh,
think the going back on the suitcase, um, there's two things that it reminds me of. Only one thing I think is going to actually happen. One is going to be an actual Sam Wilson Captain America suit. It's going to be more red, white, and blue themed to like his comic version. It's going to have like a place to put the shield somehow
but a
while
Wakanda,
he has the wings.
but made by the
Oh yeah, out
Wakandans.
of vibranium. Out of vibranium. Yeah. Um, it's gonna obviously be vibranium, but like maybe someplace to put the shield whenever he's flying. I don't know where he would put it. Um, that it did kind of the suitcase kind of reminded me of the Iron Man suitcase, the one from Iron Man 2, where he. It's not gonna happen, but like it just reminded me of like
Uh,
the suitcase suit
uh,
a lot.
yeah.
But I personally think it's gonna be the Captain America Sam Wilson suit, the more red, white, and blue color theme.
I believe it has it'll have like a red and white, red, white and blue style to it and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna be a comic accusation of the.
No, no, it's not gonna be comic accurate, like dead on to what it is,
Oh yeah.
but it's gonna have the themes of the Sam Wilson Captain America suit
So wait,
in the comic.
he's gonna shave his beard and stuff out too.
exactly.
No,
I'm okay. I'm okay with him doing the goatee as long
no,
as he doesn't do that weird looking beard thing from Endgame.
that was
That's
cool.
I didn't like that.
That was
I
cool.
didn't like that.
That was cool.
I didn't like how it ended here. That was started. It didn't go down here. That was weird.
That was
I don't
cool.
like beards that like end right here. That's hella weird.
That's cool.
I like his goatee. I like him with the goatee. I don't like this weird looking curve thing he
He
got
needs the
going on.
goatee. I don't know. It doesn't need to be shaved. I don't want him coming with a shaved.
Anyways, going on to what you were saying about Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, and Joaquin getting the wings. It's like it's pretty much like soon as when he said keep him, we're getting the Falcon and all that stuff.
Well, it was kind of already confirmed earlier in the episode when they finally said his first name.
Well, yeah, cool. Well, yeah, we
They
always knew.
finally
No,
say
no,
Joaquin, and it was like, finally.
no. We always
Like,
knew. Like we always knew it was him and all that stuff and
I
everything like
mean,
that.
yes, we did, but like in the back of my head, I was like, until they say Joaquin,
You're the
it's gonna
one.
be,
You're the one. That I
yeah.
think that was all
I
you.
was like, I know damn well that's him, but in the back of my mind, they could just be like, what if his name's like Daniel or something, and it's not him. It's just
Daniel
an Easter
Torres.
egg.
Daniel
It's
Torres.
just an Easter egg or some
Well, I mean,
shit
come on
like
now.
that.
Come on now. Like the fact that it was like in the first episode, it's like he's already interested in the wings itself and everything like that. It's like that.
And he was wearing the colors, but I mean, if WandaVision's taught me, it's not to look into things.
No. Joaquin's was obvious. Everything else, the thing is about WandaVision is like there were 15 million things that could extend so many ways and all that stuff, but nobody focuses on something else. The fact that of a space astro engineer brought up the idea of Reed Richards was not, I don't want to say baffles me to this point, but it's just more the fact of like if you're don't be it was to me it was more like if that doesn't happen, don't be upset and all that stuff.
I wasn't upset with that. I was upset with Man Thing. I still wanted
Okay,
Man
that's the one. That's that was far
Thing.
reaching there for you. In all honesty,
It was, but it made sense.
and all that stuff.
It made kind of sense. Anyways, yeah,
But
you had him, what, episode one, interested in the wings. You had him wearing the green colorway, like he was in the comics. It's a throwback to Sam Wilson's original Falcon suit,
and then the fact
the green and
and
yellow.
and then also for the fact that like Joaquin is like Joaquin to Sam is similar to what Sam was to Steve
Sam was just, yeah,
and all that stuff. So it's like
that's like, yeah,
it was literally there it was literally like there and all that stuff. So
yeah.
it's so
I really hope the first battle is that he like sees. I really hope like his suit kind of malfunctions. Like
see
I
that's
really want to like hit her
that's the thing.
like the jetpack or
See,
something.
so I know like he gave him the wings and all that stuff. Pretty much, the wings are his pretty much now and all that stuff. Do you
Yeah, yeah.
think we will see him in action with them this last episode?
This last episode, no, I don't
Okay.
think we will. I think maybe we'll see him working on them,
Okay.
kind of like what they did with U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
But maybe not to that extent.
Yeah. I think
But I do think we'll see him working on them.
it'll probably
I
be
just
more
really
like
hope whenever he does see it, it's like the jetpack, like it malfunctions, like every now and then,
I think
or
it's
like the wings kind of flicker.
I think it's like something that we'll see like towards the end in a way. Like there's always
Yeah,
like and all that stuff.
it's very much a setup like Iron Man 1. Remember with the whole suit, like next time. Remember, and then
Yeah,
Iron Man 2,
it's
like he
it's
got
similar.
Rhodey.
It's similar to that. So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
it's similar to that in a way. So it's like and then so we got that Zemo to the Raft. Of course, we already said it. Like the potential Thunderbolts thing gonna happen right there.
Yeah, like what's your theories on Thunderbolts? Like, how do you think that's gonna happen?
Well, I feel like we're already missing some stuff because the thing is, everything about that is by Thunderbolt Ross too. Also, the thing is about that he is actually in Black Widow, so there's probably something there that we're missing on that part that connects to that in a
Yeah.
way. And the fact that he's going to the Raft, of course, that is run by Ross himself in the MCU, and so it's gonna be interesting to see of if we see some because I just think do we see something similar in a way of a scene of our post credit scene of sorts and all that stuff at the end of this episode and all that stuff. Will we find out more? The other thing about this, it's like, what is the past connection in a way of Ross of going because we're most likely gonna have to find that out in Black Widow. But it's like so I'm open to interpretation in a way, but I won't
Yeah,
jump further into it until we get that scene because like again this show was supposed to come out after Black Widow and everything.
Yeah, I
So
haven't really thought of everything. What I think is, what is it? What is it? Lady Hydra?
Madam Hydra,
Madam Hydra.
Val.
Val, yeah. So I think somehow Val's gonna. I think at the end of this whole thing, for somehow U.S. agents gonna end up getting
Is
imprisoned by Sam and Bucky. They're gonna end up getting him. They're gonna end up like defeating him. He's gonna end up going into the prison system somehow, and then somehow Val's gonna pull strings to get him to go to the raft.
see that I was thinking something else entirely different. I think I think Val is doing something on her own outside of the Thunderbolts thing, and then U.S. Agent is a part of that in some way too.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking something like that, like because it's like Val is in the comics is a big character, and all that
Yeah.
stuff in her own right. So it's like I feel like she has something outside of the whole of the whole Thunderbolts thing in the raft with Ross. Though there's probably something in there that might have like her have some kind of small involvement. I mean, there's already the rumors of her probably being the power broker. But for me, it's more I will wait until we see that reveal and then we'll go with
Black
that.
Widow, yeah. And then also we gotta see Black Widow to
Oh,
see
then
how big
yeah,
of a part she has
yeah,
and
and
how she plays it.
so
Yeah.
yeah, and then of course again, like I won't since this is a Black Widow connection in a way to this, I can't give more interpretation until I see what Black Widow shows and all that stuff and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like
That
we'll see
I
what
understand.
happens. We'll see how
Yeah.
that. But like I said, we see how that goes. Then finally, of course, the flag smashers, GRC, and everything like that. Um, that whole scene, the round table scene in the GRC office and all that stuff. The dude that was the head of, I guess you can say that the bald guy is the same guy that was like, is the same guy that was talking to Walker about his things,
GSP, yeah.
and then of course the guy that introduced him and all that stuff. I was like, this guy's a douche from the beginning. All that stuff. Of course he is. Like, he's one of those government douches. Because you see in like how it's like when they're having that meeting, he's the only one like pushing back against like what they're trying to do to make it actually try. Because everyone else is trying to make it sound like they're trying to do something better. Him is like, does it matter? And all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you're a douche. You're a government douche like everyone else and everything like that in America
Douche.
and all that stuff. Like you don't care about the other people that got re-snapped, that got and everything like that. That's trying to make it. Oh no, my bad. The people that have been surviving for the last 5 years and all that stuff and everything like that. I bet you anything, he's the one. He was the one that got snapped and got blipped back and everything like that. And he's only caring about himself and all that stuff.
Maybe.
Maybe,
We'll have to see.
maybe
We'll have to find out.
and all that stuff.
Or maybe he's just a douche.
He's just an overall douche
He can just be a douche.
and all that stuff and everything. But it's
Um,
just like, um,
that what was it? The final scene, the GSP scene, where he like kind of walks up and he's like, I have no need for. I'm not gonna. He's like, I don't want to enter your affairs or something like that. I don't want to enter your
oh,
battles.
Patrick and all that stuff, meeting with later
Yeah.
with Carly and all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, I have to ask this: does that scene when Sharon calls him, does that increases your thoughts of maybe she is or working with the Shadow
Not
Broker?
necessarily. Not necessarily, because if you go back to it, GS or the guy who played GSP, whoever he played, who's he play?
Patrick,
What's his name?
Patrick.
Patrick. Patrick was working for Shield in a weird way, and when
But
Captain America had to go,
but
remember on
you
the
have
ship.
but you have to remember. Oh wait,
So no, what I
no
was gonna
wait,
say was
my
he's
bad.
just kind of like
Fury
a
did that.
hired guy.
Fury
Yeah,
did.
Fury did that.
Okay, no, that worked. Okay.
I think he's just more of like a hired guy. Like
Oh no,
he's
no,
not gonna
we know
pick a
that.
side.
No, we know that.
So
What
I don't think he's gonna like do anything
well,
crazy with them.
well, no, because I mean, he's there. Like, he did say he's there to kill Falcon. What I was referring to is
Yeah.
of Sharon's kind of with Sharon's calling him and all that stuff. Seriously, is that her trying to make like help Sam out or anything like that, or is this something
I
like
don't think so.
or does it like raise the concerns of like she is the power broker or working with the power broker in a way and all that stuff? Like
I've always
she
thought she's
has
working for the Power Broker.
like she's like she has turned like I'm not gonna say evil and all that stuff, but she has turned that side of
Yeah,
like she doesn't care
yeah.
anymore about
She turned
everything.
heel.
Yeah,
Turned heel. Yeah.
in a way, yeah, like
Yeah.
something like that in a way.
No,
And all
no,
that stuff.
I do think she's working and either has connections
Like
or is
her,
working for the Power.
like she can care less if she does go back home and all that stuff. I'm guessing in a way.
Yeah, like she already has like a
She's
really
good.
good life
She's
there.
good now, you know.
Like
So
she's doing good for herself. Like she at this point, it's more of like Why am I going to care for the people if they don't care about me? Like kind of a mindset. Like she
Yeah.
does not care.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's either working for the power broker directly, or she's like her own thing, working with the power broker somehow.
Okay.
Like doing like kind of like what GSP is doing,
Yeah.
like just a hired person to get connections and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like she can be doing either one of those two very easily.
Mm.
I don't think she is the power broker though. That's one thing I do not think. I
Okay.
don't think she is.
I can let that go. Last thing. We're getting this final episode. Most likely most likely we're gonna see the suit. Bucky's gonna be there, of course, and everything like that. I think the one thing is like overall, it's like of course, it's most likely the Flag Smashers are gonna be defeated from all this and everything like that. We're gonna get that. We're probably most likely gonna get that final fight with between U.S. Agent and now Captain America
Is it
probably.
is it weird? I'm more concerned and more focused about the whole Falcon U.S. agent rather than Falcon and Bucky versus the Flag Smashers.
No,
Like,
like I think that's mostly everybody right now and all that stuff.
do you think it was because they cut out a lot of the stuff like from the Flag Smashers?
No, but I think how this story goes was always intended to be, especially if when it was originally supposed to come out and all that
No, but
stuff.
you know how it was like supposedly it was supposed to have like a giant like a pandemic feel to it, and then they cut it during the pandemic.
I think only people are only saying that now because of the we're in a pandemic and all that stuff. Like I
Yeah,
like
but a lot of this stuff did seem kind of voiced over.
like honestly like all this stuff that's happening is only for the like it's just oddly timed in a way, like all this stuff and everything like that. Like the racial stuff is odd is you can say oddly timed with everything that's been going the last year, especially
So
now with
then, why were they? What do you think they were selling vaccines for then?
I don't something else entirely. It's like well the thing was like
That was just like a random thing they decided to add.
it was like they had the serums for a reason. Those were the
Yeah, the serums. But in the first episode, when
oh
they're stealing those giant
that
semis of
the
vaccines,
whole that's probably for like for actual people that are sick, not something like not a pandemic kind of crisis kind of thing. It's more probably like just for like people who are actually sick from like maybe the flu or something else or anything like that, or actual kind of like stuff like that. Not a not a like a COVID related kind of thing that we're gonna like I said, it's oddly this show, in all honesty, is an oddly coincidental is bringing up odd coincidental events that currently happening in the world in the actual real world and all that stuff. It just
you know
happened.
what I think?
It just happens to be like that. It just happened to be like that. In all honesty,
You know what I think?
don't no. No, do not do this right
This
now.
quick one. This is a quick one. This is a quick one.
No.
Okay, the world has just been. It's been a couple of years since they've gotten blip back, right? So now people
You
are
do real
starting to develop like.
Manny, just to give context already, the show is set 6 months after Endgame.
Oh, I said a couple of years. I meant
Yeah.
a couple months. My bad. I meant a couple months. Um, people are starting to develop flu-like symptoms, regular case symptoms from regular sicknesses. Okay, now bear with me.
Okay, hold on.
So people,
Are you trying to bring up a COVID style kind of thing within the last 6 months of between the 6 month and the 6 months period between
no,
Endgame?
not at
That
all.
sounds like
No, this isn't going to pandemic route. Promise. So people are getting like the flu. People are getting, uh, say they're getting kind of asthmatic. Say some people are getting other things like the cough or something, whatever it is. Okay, so they're obviously going to try to figure out what this thing is. Okay, but instead of a disease, what if it's a mutation?
I'm done. We're ending this episode. We're ending this
Okay,
episode.
okay.
We're ending this episode. Nope. Nope. I'm not. Okay. I'm tired of this. I'm sorry. I just gotta say this now because before we end this episode, I am tired of these X-Men relation stuff and everything like that. Stop it. Just stop it. Please. Please. Okay? Don't mess with my emotions. Okay?
Just saying. Just saying. I mean, what if they're mutating and they're just getting like bad symptoms?
Oh my God. Thank you again for watching this episode of a podcast with no name yet and all that stuff. I am Ricky with my co-owner Manny, Again, you can catch us every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and all that stuff. Apparently, Apple Podcasts is getting an update on their app, so hopefully, I don't know how that works, but we'll check it out and help you out with that. Um,
Make sure you like,
if I
comment.
was just about to say that, Manny, let me talk.
All right, chill, chill.
And all that stuff. If you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment on anything that we've been talking about, and also click the bell for notifications and all that stuff when these episodes go live
Yeah.
and all that stuff. It does help us out and everything like that. I think on Apple Podcasts there are like likes and everything like that. You can leave feedback too and on that stuff too. Do that. That helps us out also and everything. But anyways, we thank you. We hope you have a good time wherever you're at, and whether it be in Verdansk, Olympus, Kings Canyon,
Alaska,
the Fortnite Islands, the UK, everywhere we talked about, because this was kind of a worldwide thing.
Mexico, the
Mexico,
ocean.
and everything. But
If you're listening in the ocean, let me know.
we'll see you next week. Later.
See.